Americans generate trash at an astonishing rate of 4.6 pounds per day per person, which translates to 251 million tons per year, according to the EPA. So what happens to all of this trash? Well, the production in the United States has tripled since 1960. This trash is handled in various ways. About 32.5% of the trash is recycled, and 12.5% is burned, and 55% is buried in landfills. The amount of trash buried in landfills has doubled since 1960. Inside a landfill, there is little oxygen and little moisture. Under these conditions, trash does not break down very rapidly. In fact, when old landfills have been excavated or sampled, 40-year-old newspapers have been found with easily readable print. Landfills are not designed to break down trash, merely to bury it. When a landfill closes, the site, especially the groundwater, must be monitored and maintained for up to 30 years. Recycling is a pretty simple concept. Take something that isn't useful anymore and make it into something new instead of just throwing it away. It can be as easy as recycling old paper into new paper. In reality, recycling can get pretty complex. How it interacts with our environment, our politics, our economy, and even our human behavior patterns will play a major role in the future of our planet. The mass production of the industrial age is, in many ways, the very reason we need to worry about large-scale recycling. When products can be produced and purchased very cheaply, it often makes more economic sense to simply throw away old items and purchase brand new ones. However, this culture of disposable goods created a number of environmental problems. Recycling uses less energy, is financially smart, and is better for the environment than landfills are.
When trash is recycled, it is shipped to a recycling facility where machines and workers sort it. The recycling process is composed of many steps. Glass bottles are a perfect example of an easily recyclable material. The main components of glass are sand, soda ash, and limestone, making it one of the easiest and most sustainable materials to recycle. First, the beverage is gratefully removed from the bottle by its owner. That person puts the empty bottle in his or her municipal recycling bin or brings it to the recycling transfer station. From there, the bottle is sorted by color at the recycling center. It is then transported to a process facility. At this stage, the glass is cleaned and crushed into small pieces, which is known as a cullet. Next, the cullet is mixed in with more sand, limestone, and soda ash, and then heated until it liquefies. Now the liquid can be put into different molds and be ready to act as a new bottle. Unlike glass, which is made entirely of natural substances, minerals, plastic is composed of man-made and raw materials including petroleum and crude oil. Here's how plastic is recycled. People bring their used plastics to a recycling center. The plastic is brought to a recycling plant where it is washed and inspected. The recyclable plastic is washed and chopped into tiny flakes. The flakes are then separated in a flotation tank. The flakes are dried and then melted into a liquid. The liquid is fed through a screen for even more cleaning, and it comes out in long strands. The strands are cooled and cut into pellets. The pellets then make their way to manufacturers who use them to make new products. Aluminum can be recycled quickly and easily. In fact, a soda can you recycle today could be back on a store shelf in about 2 months. Making an aluminum can from recycled aluminum uses 96% less energy than it does making one the first time. Here's how it is recycled. You bring your aluminum cans to a recycling center. They are moved to a recycling plant and shredded and melted. The melted aluminum is cooled and formed into a block called an ingot. The ingot is made into sheets and used to make new products.
Recycling is actually pretty easy. For example, one can buy recycled paper and print on both sides. When using an office, classroom, or even your home, print on both sides of the sheet and recycle the paper when you're finished. By recycling 1 ton of paper, you can save 17 trees, almost 7,000 gallons of water, and more than 3 cubic yards of landfill space. Another easy way to recycle is through outdated technology. Americans throw out 2 million tons of electronic waste each year. Avoid adding to that waste by recycling your old technology. Old games, computers, video game consoles, phones, you name it. If it's no longer being used, then recycle it. Make recycling bins readily available. Make sure you have a recycling bin or trash can designated for recyclables only. If you're in a classroom or an office, try your best to have separate bins for paper, plastic, and metal. Make sure people can see them, and most importantly, make sure that they're labeled. This can make the whole recycling experience much more convenient. Recycle your empty ink and toner cartridges. Every printer uses ink of some kind. When the time comes to swap out the old cartridge, be sure to recycle it rather than to just throw it away. It's so easy to throw into a recycling bin, and doing so is much better for the environment. Almost 8 cartridges are thrown out in the United States every second of every day. That's almost 700,000 cartridges in 24 hours. Going off that last topic, buy remanufactured ink and toner cartridges. Be sure to purchase remanufactured cartridges rather than brand new ones. When an individual chooses to purchase a reused or recycled cartridge, they're actually helping the environment in a major way. One remanufactured ink or toner cartridge keeps approximately 2.5 pounds of metal and plastic out of landfills and saves about half a gallon of oil. Lastly, and possibly one of the easiest things to do, is the purchase of a rechargeable battery. Almost everyone uses batteries at some point, whether it be for a remote or a pair of headphones. Rechargeable batteries are no different than any other battery except for the fact that they can be reused. It takes 1,000 regular batteries to equal the lifespan of one rechargeable battery. And if you decide to be foolish and buy normal batteries, just recycle them.